Hello and welcome to this video of Odoo. So I'm just going to be taking you through a short video of how to use the purchase requisitioning module and how to maximize some of its functionality. So let's dive right into it. Let me just log in here. Remember, if you don't have an account, you're going to have to create an account and then log in. So once you log in, you're taken straight to this interface. This is our inbox. This is a mailing box provided by Odoo. But in case it doesn't take you to this, it will take you to the various applications. They'll be listed horizontally, so you can select from it apps. But for now, since we've opened into our inbox, we'll go to the home menu. This is our home menu, just up here in the left upper corner. You're going to select apps, and then when the apps appear, you have all the applications that you would like to interact with. So for today, I just want to interact with the purchase requisitioning module. Just have to make sure the spelling is correct. Purchase. So it's right here. It doesn't have an activate button because I've already activated it, and it has already been added onto my applications here. So but in case you want to activate an app, /install it, you're going to click this button, and once you click it, that's it. It will be added onto your items here on the home menu. So that's it. Let's dive into our purchase module. So the purchase module has this interface. This is its dashboard. We have a lot of data, we have a lot of things to do here, so let us go straight to the point. So we have this link, we have this menu up here. We have configuration. This is where you configure the settings, the vendor price list, the product categories. This is reporting. Under reporting, we have the purchase statistics. Products, this is where we create our products from. Orders, this is where we create our request for quotation, purchase orders, blanket orders, and vendors. So let me walk you through what you should expect from this video. We're going to create a vendor, we're going to assign them products, and then we're going to see how this request for quotation is approved. Someone creates a request for quotation, another person approves it, and then we see how the approval process works in the purchase requisitioning module. Then we're going to also look at the import functionality that is provided by Odoo. So let's get to that. I'm going to start from here. I'm going to first create a product category. Actually, I already have my product categories here, but let me just show you how it's done. So in case you want to import your product categories, there's an import function. To maximize the usage of this import function, what you're going to do is, at this point you don't have a template, but in case you have a template, well and good, download it, populate it, and then upload it. But in case you don't have a template, what I would advise is create one product, export it, that Excel that is given to you, populate it and remove the current data in case you don't need it, populate it using the fields that have been provided by Odoo, and then come back here to import and then upload that file. Why I say export and then import is because export, populate, then import is because Odoo will provide for you the fields that it is expecting from your Excel file. So it will help you lessen the time you're going to take thinking about, oh, what should I put, how does it expect the data, and it will ease your work so that you maximize the functionality of the import function. So I already have my products created. Let me show you how to create one. You just create a product here, I'm going to call it construction. Then I can select a parent category or can leave it as is. So I already have some product categories already here, but I'm going to choose all because it's an independent product category. Remember, Odoo is providing an autosave, so once I've written this construction and selected my parent category, that product category has been saved. So let's just verify that. So here it is, construction. Then let's go to now let's create our product and assign it to that product category. So these are my products already that I was having, but let us just go through it. Let's see how to create one. So products has also been given an import records function, which helps you import these products. So what you're going to do is import, actually for products it's easier because they've given you the template. So download this template. Yes, when you download that template, it's going to come as an Excel file, populate it, and then upload it here, and that will be it. Very simple to use, and it will populate the data as you would like it. So let me just create a new product here. I created a category construction, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to just create a product called chair. We have two product types, consumable and service. Consumables are not services, so that's what we're going to use. Then we're going to put the sales price, and then we're going to put the cost price. Then we're going to select now our category. Remember, I had created a category called construction, so I could select it, but a chair is not part of construction, so I'm just going to choose an existing category I had before, which is furniture. Then you can add an internal reference if you have one, a barcode, and then a product template tag. So you can configure the tags from here, and then this is us. We've created our product, and that is it. So in case of any other configurations that you may need, you just go to these tabs. All that is data about your product. So let's now proceed. Let's have a look at our product. Has it actually been created? Yes, it's a chair. It's here. Though I have another product called chairs, but let's differentiate it by adding an image. Let me add an image to it. Okay, that's it. So let's go to products and see if our chair is actually existing. Yes, here it is with its image, with its price as well. So now that we've created our product category, assigned it to a product that we've also created, now we're going to create a vendor. To create a vendor, go to orders menu link, then select vendors. Now I already have my vendors, that's why my dashboard looks like this, but Odoo has also provided an input here. So it gives you a template, download the template. Just like I said before, once you're done populating it, upload it here. But I'm not going to be doing any uploading for time. Let me just create a new vendor here. So you can create a vendor as a company or an individual. So I'm going to create one as an individual because I already have a running company. Let me just use this name. So that's their name. Then the company they belong to is one that I already created, which is New Technologies. So it's going to populate the location using basing off the location of the company. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them a position. This person is a sales director, and I'm going to put a phone contact here. You can add mobile, email, website, title. You can really just populate your data according to the way you have it. And any other configurations for that vendor, you can add them here, and that's it. So as I said before, autosave is happening. So let's just check our vendors and see if we have a Brandon Freeman somewhere. Where's Brandon? This here, this is where he is. So why most of them are starting with New Wave Technologies Trio is because that's the company name. So it first shows the company name, then the vendor's name. So we are seeing he's a sales director at New Wave Technologies Trio, Kampala, Uganda. So you can also choose an image for them. Make sure your image fits. Most of my images are really big, so you may not get the real feel. So that's the image. Let's check our vendor and see again. Okay, so that's Brandon for us. So what we're going to do next is now we're going to put all this together. We're going to assign this vendor a product that we've created, and then we're going to see how the approval process works. How do we do that? We have two choices. We can do the request for quotation, or we can just do a purchase order. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a request for quotation because it's similar to the purchase order process, so you can just play around with it and see. So you can also import these records, and I said before, you can upload a file here but to maximize it, export one first and then see how Odoo expects the data to come in, then use that, then upload it. But I'm just going to create one here. So this is our form for the request for quotation. We have this data. You have to put you can put a vendor reference, order deadline. Then we also have other configurations you can do from down here, other information, alternatives, and we can also add products. So this is what I was talking about. We're going to choose a vendor. I'm going to choose random freeman that we've just created, and then you can add a vendor reference and select a blanket order in case you had one. And then this is the currency I'm going to use. Then I'm going to say this order is expected to arrive tomorrow. Then I'm going to assign this vendor products. I'm going to tell them I want a chair, but I don't want one. I'm going to select the quantity here. I'm going to say I want 3 chairs. The unit price is what I set before, which is 5,000. So tax exclusive, this is the total. Odoo is calculating that for us, and tax inclusive is the 17,250. So I can add them another product and say I would like you to deliver this as well. So it's basically picking from the products I had created before. So I say I want desks. I just want one desk, which is total 6,000, and then they will include the 15%, and the total is going to be 24,150. So basically this is it. I'm done creating my request for quotation. Now we're going to look at the process of approval. So I've created this request for quotation, but I don't want to be the one to confirm it. So I'm going to share this request for quotation with someone. I'm going to tell a certain user in my system that please confirm this order. So I have a 59 user, and I'm going to tell her please confirm this order. Nice. Click send. Thank you. And that is it. So what this user is going to do is they are going to log in into the system. So that user is 59. Let them log in. And once they log in, they'll have received that invite that you had sent, that email that you had sent. So what I sent is, dear, I sent it to 59 and I told them please confirm this order. So the link for the purchase order that I want them to act on is actually sent here on this button, so they can just click this button and go to that purchase order directly. This saves so much time because they don't have to look for where it is and all that. So what she's going to do is she's going to confirm this order as per my request, and then as you can see, the status here has changed to approve. It means this purchase order now has to be approved. So what this user is going to, 59, is going to say, you know what, I've confirmed this order, let me just send it back to you, please approve this. So she's going to say confirmed, please approve this. Or you just tell them maybe for your action, and then they'll see, the other user will see what to do for it. So when they send that, but the messaging gives a it gives a more enlightening, it's more enlightening anyway. So once they're done sending, the first user is going to have to log in again, or to that user that you've assigned that task, they will log in, and then they'll be able to see your message. So they've sent it back to me, who created it, and I'm going to say, and they're saying confirmed, please approve this. I don't have to look for it, I just have to click this button, and there it is. The status has changed to approve order. So I'm just going to approve this because no other maybe concerns were raised. And once I'm done approving it, it's locked, you can actually just unlock this such that you can do any other actions on it, or you can just create a bill for it. So you can send this purchase order by email to this vendor. Yes, so if this vendor has a valid, make sure the vendor has a valid email to receive this purchase order. So once I click this button, send PO by email, we shall look at a template that has so this is our user. So here, this is where you can specify the email that they can use. So I could say they're going to use, maybe, let me just use this. Use this email. Okay, let me just redo this. So for the recipient, you can choose from the emails that are existing, but since you're sending it to the vendor, you can just select them from the list. Let me just search here, Brandon. Okay, where's Brandon? Okay, this is our user. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this and close. So the subject is, this is the order. Dear Brandon, here's an attachment of purchase order this. Could you please acknowledge receipt? So this person is going to receive this email and they can acknowledge receipt of this, and we will get a message that they have acknowledged it. What now, at this point that we've approved this order, once Brandon accepts the email, accepts receipt of the purchase order, then we can now create a bill, or we can also confirm the receipt date. So for now, let's first create this bill, but you can't create this bill, as you can see here, if the the received quantity is not declared. So here, when you're creating a bill, you must add the received quantity. I'm going to say my received quantity is 1, and then here I'm going to say it's also 1. You can just put the quantity that you've received, then you're going to create now the bill. As you can see, it highlights itself after that. But in case you don't want to confirm this and you want to create the bill yourself, the process is the same. Share this with someone that you would like to create this bill and send the message, please create bill, and that person is going to receive this bill just the same way that the other process was. For I can choose vendor 1 and tell them, no, I can choose this user, Teddy, this person, and tell them, please create this bill. So just the same way that the one was sent is the same way this is going to go. They're going to create the bill, then they'll send it back to me, and then I can do all these other actions onto it. So I can confirm the receipt date, I can lock this PO, this request for quotation in case the purchase order, in case I'm done, for such that no one else acts on it. Let me just create the bill myself for now to save time. So this is the bill, and then I'm going to confirm it. Now you can't confirm when you've not added the bill date, the bill refund date. So the bill date is today, because I said that I'm receiving it today. So in case you put a date that is beyond your accounting date, you're going to see an error here. So make sure the date corresponds with your accounting date to have better data management. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to confirm this bill, and that's it. And once I'm done confirming this bill, I can register this payment or send a credit note. Now for someone who has received 1 chair when I wanted 3, I'll say, vendor Brandon Freeman, please, I need I didn't receive everything, so you can't do that. But for now, let's just register our payment since we are assuming that it's done. So all this data is recorded about the payment, and you just click the create payment button, and it will be flagged as paid. And that is the complete process here. We can also go back to make it a credit note, or we can reset to draft, depending on really what has gone on through the entire process. So now that that is done, I want that is basically the workflow. That is the approval flow that I was trying to show you, that at that point where we shared it. So here I can send it to someone as well. I can share it with this user. Let's look at it again such that we get the approval process straight, and tell them, please confirm this bill. Yes, I have confirmed it, but I just want them to look at this bill and see if they can maybe do any actions on it. So this user is called 77. So let's see what 77 has received in their mail. So 77 has received, please confirm this bill. They're just going to click on the bill, and they're going to have to verify this data in case maybe they're your accountant, or they're like your other approver in your system, and they're like, no, something is wrong here, no, we received only one, and then they say, now we want it as a credit note. So reason, pending products, actually pending chairs. Let me specify pending 2 chairs because they delivered one. Then you say reverse. Then I'm going to send this back to the admin, or to that other user that I want to act on it, and say, please confirm this order. Or I could say, credit note created, please look into it. Send. So our other user is going to have a look at it. And in their mail, they'll have received it as a message. The admin has invited you. So credit note created, please look into it. So this is a reverse of the bill. I'm saying it's pending 2 chairs. So admin is not necessarily an admin, but any other user that you've sent it to, the one in charge, is going to have a look at it and say, okay, so this credit note has been created, and the reason is pending 2 chairs. The bill reference is here, reverse of bill. Okay, and in case they confirm that it has actually not been created, they can contact the vendor and see maybe why. But if they confirm that these have actually been brought, and then they can confirm this then and register this payment afresh, just as we had seen before. So it's basically a back and forth. Yeah, it's a delegation process. You say, I can't create this and then confirm it. You delegate it to someone by sharing it and sending them a message on what actions you'd like them to perform. So that is basically it about the purchase module. And one last thing we're going to look at is now the users in the system. Now, you've seen me interacting with user 77 and user 59. So you go to your settings here, and then you create a user. So we have options. You can invite a user, or you can go to manage users and actually create one manually here. Alternatively, you can go to users and companies and then go to the users link, and it will just bring you back to the same dashboard. So I would like to take us through, you can import these users as well. So you just export, just like I said before, then import. So you create a new user. I'm going to call them Jam, and you have to put a legitimate email such that they can receive your invite. So I'm just going to put Jam. Mine is not legitimate, but you should always put a legitimate email for easier communication. So we have user types. Internal users are like the users I've been using, the 77 and 59. Those users can act on my dashboard. They can perform actions, they can create a request for quotation, they can interact with my system. Yes, that is why they have the role internal user. But in case you just want users who are going to view your system, who are going to just look at what you're doing, you just give them this role, these user types, public or portal. So this person, I'm going to give them internal user. You can configure all these other details depending on how you would like them. So if they're just a normal user, just leave them as user. If they're admin, leave them as admin. So that is how we create our user, and once we are done, remember we are auto saving, we have permissions here, extra rights here, and that is it, we are done. So I'm just going to go to my users here, confirm if Jam has been saved. So this is Jam. Now you see their status stays as never connected. Do you know why? Because there's no confirmation that this account is actually going to work. So what you do, go back to that user, and then you'll have this email here, this button showing send an invitation email. Email address must be legitimate. Then you press this button, it will send this user an invite, and they'll be able to come to Odoo, log in, and access your dashboard. Or alternatively, you can also go to the user. There's a settings button here, this settings icon. Then you're going to change their password in case you don't have the time for the back and forth. Then you can say their password is going to be this. And once you're done, you click the change password button. So Jam at Gmail is going to be able to log in. So let me first show you how his status looks at this point. Okay, it's just the lag settings. Okay, my connection is lost, but yes, we are back. So let me just go to my users and see. Their status is still never connected because they have not actually connected to your system. So what you're going to do, how we can test this by telling them to log in. Tell them, Jam, I've used your email and this is your password, and that's it. Or if you use the invitation by email, that will also save you some time. So Jam logs in, and boom, this is it. They can be able to see all this. So this is their account, so which means their status is going to change to connected because they have now actually connected to your dashboard. So let me just log back in as my account, my admin account, and see how my Jam user status looks. So this is Jam. The status has been confirmed because they've actually interacted with our dashboard. So thank you so much for your time. I hope it. Bye.